Hi roses, I'm Rosie the reader, and roses are red. Like this video if you're subscribed, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, then watch the playlist. Spirit, what is the word for our red roses? What's going on with our red roses? I feel like you're getting really comfortable. Pisces, when will they learn that you are magical? You have friendly here, straightforward. Yeah, I feel like you're releasing whatever tension that they had you up against. Weak-willed, straightforward. And you're getting really comfortable in your power. And also realizing that you don't have to deal with other people's negativity or negative expectations of you. And gossipy. Gossipy is coming out. So people were saying you're too nice, or they're gossiping basically because you're nice. If this is something you're resonating with. Maybe they don't really know you. Maybe you're not as nice as they think, or it's something you choose. Maybe you choose to be nice. You have the Chariot. I definitely feel like you had a choice at some point, and maybe you're just competitive. I don't know. I feel like it was just the best option for you. Not necessary to compete, but like being friendly is good for you. Just like loving yourself. Like people say you're loving, you're kind. That's good for you. That's who you get to be and who you get to go home to when you're just being yourself. You hear your own nice, kind thoughts. You don't have to continue up with this mental battle, mental fight, and fighting people. You just forgive them and move on. You have nine of candles. So there's definitely something straightforward about who you are. I feel like if you're a millennial, I feel like I don't know if you were born in the 70s. 79 is coming up. I feel like, is that Gen X, or they call it an older millennial? I feel like you've been tried and tested time and time again. And it just is a matter of time before you just realize that who you are is what you are. And no matter how many tests they throw at you, the answer is always going to remain the same. Because I feel like someone's testing you to try and see if you will come out of character. But it's like, at this point, it's not a character. You are who you are. Like, you're not playing a game. For some people, it's not a game. It's not a character. It's their own narrative. That's the language they use to describe their world and their reality. What's so weak-willed about this energy? And Pisces is coming up. 16, 15, the number 16, 15, 17. This all feels like the late teenage years where, I don't know, people may be saying you're rebellious or you were rebellious. But I feel like you've always been mature. And you just knew the right answers. So if adults were telling you to do something that didn't make sense, you didn't just blindly follow them. But the fact that you stayed true to yourself was very generous, because the more you stay who you are, you give them an example of what they could be, I guess, if they're copying you, or just like that is okay for them to be themselves as well, because you're not worried. But yeah, they start talking about you. There's a lot of gossip going around. But I feel like it ultimately comes from the fact that they don't know who they are. And they're looking for some other identity. That's the only reason why their little beady eyes are even in your direction, is because they're looking for a new identity. So that's something you might be having to deal with. It's a long road, but I feel like you're skipping steps. Like you're not even going to spend too much time on this, dealing with other people's problems. Wise counselor. The word wisdom came up. Wisdom came up. Yeah. It was in the angel numbers. Let's get some angel numbers. This angel deck. See what else wants to come up from here. It says angels often manifest as nature spirits, sometimes joining forces with trees to bring healing energy to earth. Sitting quietly with a tree will help you feel grounded and renewed by its ancient wisdom. So wisdom ended up coming out again. So something that's coming out of this message, renewed. The word renewed came up a few times in this playlist. Let's go for a ride. You manifesting comes out a lot. Being grounded comes out, and being wise. So this is something that's coming up. And the groundedness is, it came up a few times with electricity, like someone trying to harvest electricity, and instead of going up into the sky to get it, they have to go down into the ground somehow or something. I'm not sure how the science works, but that's why I feel like you're going in the opposite direction that people assume. Or maybe they feel like you're aging backwards. Like they don't realize you were born in the 70s. If this is for someone born in the 70s. You have three of hearts. Either way, I feel like someone is disappointed in the fact that you are not pinned down like they think you should be. Like, for instance, I feel like if you're younger than you look, or no, how would it go? Like, you're younger than you behave, then they're like, oh, she's like that because she's older. Like, she's mature. She knows a lot about life. This is weird. I'm just watching pigeons sitting on a wire, flapping their wings like as if they're flying, and it just looks like they're flying, but they're not moving anywhere. It looks like they're being electrocuted, to be honest. But I don't know. Something about harvesting electricity is coming up here. It's like they're like, oh, he's sure, or he's confident because he's older, but then they find out you're not older than them. You're actually younger than them, and they're really disappointed in that. Or they're like, oh, she's this way because she's young, but she's much older, and they're just disappointed because it makes them feel like they haven't accomplished something. It goes inward. It turns inward. Their disappointment, and they try to project, but they don't have the strength because that's how disappointed in themselves they are. And you're just moving forward and being yourself. It's not even like you're competing with them, so you don't get to analyze them. That could be why you're getting this reading now, because you really don't analyze what's going on around you. You have 6 of Earth. I feel like you're very generous. Generous is also coming up a lot. And giving back. Even if people say, oh, you aren't really in a position to give, but you don't see yourself the way they see you. They could see you as someone who should be putting their hand out and asking for help. But you know that it's better to give. So you're reaping the benefits of being a giver when they feel like you should be begging. There's something twisted about this energy. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's magical in a sense, like, it's just not what people expect. And it just changes their whole view. Like this snowman that I keep thinking is a kid. You have 10 of water. Family, love, blessings. Then you have the Lovers here. It's a relationship. I feel like somebody wants to welcome you into their family. I don't know if that's something you're going to take them up on their offer, because I feel like it's a very toxic family to some extent. It depends on because you can start your own family. You don't need to be someone else's housemate if that's the case. Like they want a roommate or something. And I feel like you starting over, someone saying like, you're too old to have kids, what do you mean? Or something. For some people, I don't know, maybe you got your tubes tied and they're just like, you can do, but you can. Or someone feels like they went through all this trouble of separating themselves from a certain group or preventing yourself from doing something, but then it's like, well, you still have all these opportunities to do it because you're magical and anything you want you can have. That's the energy that I have for this reading. If that's something you're resonating with, check out the playlist. Let's go for a ride, Pisces, and I'll see you in the next one.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Yo. Let's go to the beach.